that don't change a thing, 'cause it's by faith that I believe. Oh, 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 oh. If you had some heartache that made you cry 1,000 tears, then let me tell you now, I know just how you feel. And that heavy weight of sorrow that you've carried for so long will soon be gone. 'Cause I believe that there is something more than I can see. I believe that there is someone holding on to me. Sometimes I won't feel it, but that don't change a thing, 'cause it's by faith that I believe. And I believe that there is something more than I can see. I believe that the arms of Jesus are holding on to me. Sometimes I won't feel it, but that don't change a thing, 'cause it's by faith that I believe.
There's a voice that cries out in the silence, searching for a heart that will love him, longing for a child that will give him their all, give it all. He wants it all. And God who walks over the earth. He's searching for a heart that is desperate, longing for a child that will give him their all, give it all. He wants it all, and he says, love me with your whole heart. He wants it all today. Serve me with your life now. He wants it all today. Bow down, let go of your idols. He wants it all today. He wants it all today. He wants it all today. So give it all. And there's a God who walks over the earth. He's searching for a heart that is desperate, longing for a child that will give him their all, give it all. He wants it all, and he says, love me with your whole heart. He wants it all today. Serve me with your life now. He wants it all today. Bow down, let go of your idols. He wants it all today. He wants it all today. He wants it all today. So give it all. More of you, wants it all today. More of you, all of you, wants it all today. All of you, more of you, wants it all today. He wants it all today. Wants it all today. So give it all. And there's a God who walks over the earth. He's searching for a heart that is desperate, longing for a child that will give him their all, give it all. He wants it all.
You there? What's wrong? It's gonna be okay. Don't be sad. You know, one time there were these kids around my father's house, and I wanted to play with them. So I came up all nice and saying, let's be friends. But they weren't nice. They told me to go away. They told me I was too proper, I wasn't like them, or something like that.
Go away.
Anyways, I told my mother, and she said they were right. I wasn't like them. She said I was different, said I had a purpose of some kind, said God loved me, would always take care of me.
You're being odd. What are you saying?
My mother told me that before I was even born, God made a plan for me, that I have a future as bright as the shining sun and hope as the stars in the sky.
Huh?
Uh-huh. My mother said that if I only prayed, then God would listen to me. Look, let me show you.
Stop that! Go away! Leave me alone.
Don't be afraid. I'm Nina. Look, I can show you how to pray.
Leave me alone.
But if you pray, then you won't be sad anymore. One time, my lamb ran away. He was the best little lamb that ever was. Father and Uncle wanted to put him out when he was born, but I ran and took that lamb in my arms and told him I would take care of it. And then every night, I prayed to God about that little lamb. It was hard at first, but I prayed, and the little lamb got better. You see? I asked God to let the lamb be with me forever. But then one day, the lamb was gone. So I ran to the hill and prayed so much till I couldn't pray no more.
Did the lamb come back?
No, he didn't.
See? Prayers don't work then. You're a silly girl with a silly imagination.
as I stood there on the hill, I heard someone speaking.
Huh?
A voice. It was God.
I don't know about you, but I'm old enough not to believe in old tales made up by old people to scare us. A god?
It's the truth. I heard him. Have you not heard? I heard him as clear as I hear you now.
Then what did he say?
He told me to come to this tree here today and find a boy crying by himself. Told me the boy's a lost boy and needed someone to be with him.
Why are you bothering? Why are you bothering me? Why are you mocking me? Leave me alone. Just want to be alone.
What's your name, boy?
Just go away.
I can't, you see. God sent me and I came. Now I can't leave. Just tell me your name, please.
Tao. Tao.
Tao. What are you looking for? That's what your name means, right? That you were seeking.
What do you know?
Nothing, just an interesting name.
What's your name?
Mina, I'm Mina. I told you already, remember? You really should listen more.
Does your name mean know-it-all? You talk a lot. I just want to be alone.
It's not good to be alone. I can be quiet. I can be quiet, but only if you talk to me.
Huh?
I'll be quiet, but you have to talk. You have to be my friend.
But what can I say?
Anything, just say anything. I'll listen.
Okay, fine. Tell you a real story about warriors and giants. Coming?
Mm-hmm.
There was these giants, and the Israelites were camped against them, and they didn't know what to do. They fought them and fought them, but there was this little boy.
No, you can't be serious. Just look around. There's so much to this world to know and to find. Why does there need to be more? Gods. Just look at those flowers. Isn't it enough that they're beautiful? Or this apple. Isn't it enough that it's sweet?
Tao, it is beautiful and sweet, but there's more to it. So much more.
I really don't understand you sometimes. Why does there need to be more? Why can't you be happy with what there already is? I see beauty in everything, even without bringing a God into it.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm only saying that everything is all the more sweeter when you know that it was all created by God, out of love, for love, to love.
Bah, I'm not rich, and neither are you. I work with my hands, and that's enough for me. I'm satisfied with what I have. You're always talking about God. Ever since I met you, when was the last time you didn't pray about something? Always praying and singing.
Always.
Don't get me wrong, you're not bothering me. I don't mind. It's just that sometimes I wish you'd come down from the clouds and see life as it is.
As it is. And how do you think it is?
It's good enough down here. Look, I know there are bad things, but they're so far away, I'm not worried about them, and you shouldn't be either. I've traveled with my father to the west and to the east. I've seen Lebanon. I've seen Rome. And everywhere there's order and beauty to be found. I know there are clouds, but they're so far away, it's hardly worth mentioning.
What clouds?
Not worth talking about. As long as we pay our taxes to Caesar and keep out of trouble, we can stay and be happy wherever we are. I don't need a God to be happy. I don't need one to see love or joy or beauty. I see it already.
What happens when those clouds turn into storms, Tao?
Storms? I'll take those storms and pull them down from the heavens with my own two hands. I'm not afraid.
And if you can't, there's some storms out there that you can't conquer with words or positive complexion. Some that will beat you into the dust. Some where the waves and winds alone will knock down everything you've built. What will you do then?
I'll stand against it all, Mina. Let the winds and the waves come. Let them crash and beat against me. I'm not that little boy you found years ago crying and weak. I've traveled the world. I've seen everything. I've known all there is to know, and I'm not afraid of anything. Let anything come and I'll make it run back to where it came from. I'll slay it with the sword of David, with the full fury of myself. Let them come and just try to conquer me. I've built myself strong.
Strong?
Maybe you are. Storms knock down from the foundation, though. You may be the strongest person, but built on the sand, you'll fall down either way. Listen, storms are coming that you can't stand in alone. It's not good to be alone, remember? Please, you have to believe me.
Mina, that's why I've got you. I don't believe anyone sent you to me that day then, but I can believe that you've been good to me all this time. I'll be strong, and you can be my foundation. Then nothing can move us.
Tal, I can't be that foundation. What if I fall? You'll fall too.
What? But how could you fall? If you yourself believe in God so much, then surely He won't let you fall. You know, you can be so contradicting with your God sometimes. One day you're talking about His love, and then the next how you feel so alone here. How does that make sense?
He does love me, more than you can know, and what's more, He loves you too. I'm never alone with God. He's always there, even when I don't feel Him. It's only...
See, you say He's always there, and then you don't feel Him. That's some form of madness. You silly girl.
But He is always there. It's just sometimes He wants me to grow, so He takes His hand away so I can learn to walk for myself.
I don't know, Mina. Life will continue as it has, and we'll all go to rest, and there'll be nothing. I just don't believe I need some God to make me happy.
I saw a man that came to a wedding a few months ago. The groom, my uncle, had run out of wine for the guests. With nothing to do, he had to start sending them all home. He was so ashamed. Then, this strange man asked for pitchers of water to be drawn and brought to him. And the most amazing thing happened.
What?
The water turned into wine. Wine so sweet and fresh that my uncle and the bride were actually questioned as to why they saved the best for the last.
Mina, what's your point?
Pray tell. Prayers work. But this was something else.
Prayer again.
I heard stories of this man healing the sick and the lame, making the deaf hear and the blind see. Don't you see? You really need to listen more. I believe this is who we've been waiting for. Isaiah wrote he would be called Emmanuel, and that he would come from the town of Bethlehem. I believe it's him, Tal. I believe Emmanuel's at the wedding and that he can conquer any storm. Won't you believe it?
I don't know, Mina. I don't need some Emmanuel. I don't need a God. I have everything I need already.
It's so much better with him, though. Love with him is more sweeter and deeper than anything worth saying. It's wiser than words, softer than whispers, lovelier than the seas or mountains high. It has no bounds, bears all things, hopes in all things, endures all things. That love never dies. That's the love I want you to know, the one I pray you would know.
Mina, I do already know that love. All these years, I've grown to know that love for you and in you. Those are wonderful words, but they don't need to be said through a God.
No. What you see now is only a reflection. If only you knew what the perfect thing is, you wouldn't speak for eternity left. You would only listen to perfect love and know all the more.
I have to go away for a while. My uncle is going to Greece and then to Rome.
How long?
I don't know, 2 or 3 years.
What?
Mina, when I come back, will you be my bride?
Tal.
Look, I don't know about your God. I don't know if he really is real, and right now, I don't need to. All I know is that love that you were just talking about. I've known that love for you ever since you found me alone then. And I find beauty and joy in you, regardless of anything. When I come back, will you let me know it all the more?
Tal, I know God sent me those years ago to you. He told me a lost boy needed someone. I know that his love for you sent me, and that I have to carry on with his will. Yes, I'll be here when you come back. Yeah, I'll pray every day that you'll come back. I'll pray every day that you'll know him and that he would use me to help you find him.
Mina, let this be our story.
I love you, Tao, but let this be God's story. We'll kneel before him and know what love is all the sweeter. Let this